Good morning, everyone. Mark from Tahoe. Peace. Happy Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving week, Monday, November 25th. I'm going to try to do this in less than 10 minutes. And Lord, everyone knows that I can talk longer. I could make it 20 if I wanted to, but we're going to try to get under 10. We got to talk about a couple things coming up. I just want to bring up from a contract print standpoint, and this is going out to all of our contract decorators. First of all, a lot of crazy things happen in our industry, isn't there? I mean, the merger of SNS and Alpha Momentech and bringing all six of their companies under one roof. We're just seeing a lot of crazy things happen, and one of the big things is going to be Alpha getting out of the contract decorating business, and they're doing it. They've given us, some of us who have talked, firm dates, and we've been asked if we're interested in buying their equipment. So we're seeing that is going to put a big hole in the contract decorating business out there. Things we're seeing locally, we're seeing some people want to age out and leave, get out of the business. It's a tough business. People are working really hard doing this. It's repetitive. It's deadline based. It's all custom. It's stressful. As you can see, I still got a little bit of hair left, but I mean, it's getting crazy, and we're seeing some moves out there, and we're seeing a couple of people that I know do a great contract business looking to just do some of their own things. So we're seeing what potentially are some holes, and I can tell by the calls I'm getting. I'm getting calls almost all the time for people asking us if they can come in. Offering us more money. I think I'd mentioned that. It happened a few years ago, and it's happening again. People are desperate to find contract decorators. I'd like to think that our relationship has been great. I look out for those of you who have been with us for a long time. I appreciate you guys. Thanksgiving week, I'm thankful for you guys, and I try to stay loyal. But what we need to do is just take a look at a couple things and ask you to help us help you be a great supplier for you guys and keep things going. So we're going to talk about two things. One, you can all hate, but we'll rip the Band-Aid off. We're going to talk a little bit about price raise. We have to have a little increase in our pricing. We've seen just a lot of things going up, 8% inflation over the last 4 years. Well, not in some of our consumables, and I think I told you this before. Ink is a perfect example. Pre-COVID, 45, 60 bucks a gallon. We're paying anywhere from 120 to 170 a gallon for our ink right now. We've seen a lot of those costs go up. We've got these employees that are working hard for us. We've got to make sure that they're staying compensated and able to keep up with that inflation. So raises and just making sure that our pay scale is fair. All of that's got to get passed on. Crazy new property taxes, all those things that we're trying to do. We're doing everything we can. We talked before in my last video about us adding the merger with GLS, or the acquisition of GLS, and having the additional space. So we're doing what we can to make sure that we're staying busy, and things have been really good at Tahoe. But again, I just want to give a couple quick notes out there of what we got coming up in the near future, next couple weeks, and what we need from you guys. So first and foremost is the price increase. We're up the Band-Aid off right away. Price increase. It's not going to be great. We haven't had one in 2 years, and before that we hadn't had one in 8 years. But we're looking at that 3 to 4%. It will be under 5%. Coming up, and that's going to go in January 1st, again, to cover some of those expenses that I've mentioned. Just staying as busy as we are. A lot of it is overtime. We're paying a lot of overtime, paying, again, like I said, increased consumables, increased utilities, just all of that. We've got to make sure that's covered. So price increase coming out. You should see the sheets in the next couple weeks for all levels of our pricing. It's going to go up again, 3 to 5%. We're going to probably stay a little closer to 3. So that's coming up. Another thing that we need to do is we need to make sure that we are being as efficient as we can. All of us succeed when the presses are spinning or the needles are going up and down in the embroidery machines. And there's some things that you guys can help you with on that. We're seeing a lot of POs coming in kind of incomplete. We're seeing a lot of methods not quite being as efficient as we'd like them to be. And we want to just talk to you about a couple of the real simple things that can help us stay more efficient, stay more on time with you guys. So first and foremost, what we tell all of our employees here, as we go through every department, it's not just boom, things come in and they're done. We've got the sales department. We've got the receiving department. We've got the billing department. We've got the CSRs handling things, to digitizing / artwork, to screens, making screens ready to go so we can print right down to the production, getting all the goods in, then getting all the goods back out. A lot of people touch a job to get it out. And what we tell everybody here is you need to be polite. Consider the next person down the line from you, and what you do can make their job easier or as self-explanatory as can be. And we're asking kind of the same from you guys. Take a look at your POs and stop and think. If Tahoe were to send you guys work, what would you want to know? What is every dotted I and crossed T that we could give you guys so you would making your you guys doing what we do would be as easy as can be. I knew I'd spit it out sometime there. So we need to look at a lot of that. And a lot of it is we're seeing some super incomplete and super sketchy POs coming in. Please take a look at that PO and make sure it is as complete as can possibly be. Now, self-explanatory. The other one I use in here sometimes is, let's just say the dumbest person in our office. You can't call employees. You know what I mean. The person with the least experience. Let's go that way. Person with the least experience could grab that PO and read it and understand it and know what's going on. Please give us that courtesy of knowing who's down the line from you guys is going to be able to understand. We're seeing a lot of POs come in without garment styles, without colors, without sizes. Give us as much description as you can. Put a little extra on that PO. Don't just put style number 1, 2, 3, 4. If it's a hoodie, say hoodie. If it's a quarter zip, say quarter zip. Those things help us get through a lot faster. We have not memorized all of everybody's catalogs to know what a style 1, 2, 3, 4 is in certain things. So give us all that information you can. Also put that information on the outside of the box. The job name. We all work by POs, and that's how we're going to continue to work, but it's great when we open that or get that box and we know it's going to go to embroidery, screen print, digital, where it's going to go. Have a little piece on there. POS 1, 2, 3, 4. If it's for Joe's Bar, put Joe's on there. If it's Sanmar, you got all kinds of typing room, put Joe's Bar. Give us as much information as you can. We're finding dozens and dozens of boxes and bags down in our shop that it just says to Taho. We don't know what it is. We open it up. We have to talk to everybody. Where do red t-shirts go? Anybody missing red t-shirts? It's a lot of extra work. Time that we don't have to keep caught up with you guys and keep firm with you guys. So as much help as you can give us on that would be great. Dates are super important. Put the proper dates down. We want to make sure we know the difference between a date that is an event and a flex. And you're all using different text or different words for it, verbiage, and that's totally fine. But we want to kind of know where we're at. Firm dates or event dates, we need to know what that event is, and we need to know where it is. We're seeing a lot of things that it's for a firm event on Friday, and so we get it done by Thursday, but oh crap, it's got to ship and be in California. Let us know exactly what's going on. Do not give us event dates if they are not events. If we see your box sitting for an event on Friday, and we see that box still sitting here on Saturday, Friday when we leave, we know it wasn't, and you kind of boy cried wolf for us, Peter and the Wolf. We're going to remember those things, not a threat, but you guys, we need to really be courteous of make sure that we're running as efficient as we can and not fudging dates or things like that. The other ones are going to be close. When we put in-hands date or due date or any of those things, it's going to run around what the schedule gives us, because sometimes those schedules are longer or shorter. Long runs, short runs, 40 jobs came in today, only 3 came in the day before. So we're going to move around as fast as we can and try to stay communicating. As far as communications, please do everything you can to get everything to us in one email. I monitor the CSR's emails just to kind of see what we've got going on. There have been days I've seen over 200 emails come in to one CSR. One CSR with over 200 emails. An 8-hour day is only 480 minutes. That only leaves us 2 minutes to answer each email if we don't leave our desks. It gets excessive. Get us information in one email. That email should include the PO, the art, anything that can go with it. The less time we have to be answering an email, looking back for yesterday's email to tie into the other one that came on today, that ties into the one that came back from 3 days ago, those things take so much time. Help us be efficient. We're just begging you, help us be efficient. One email would be great. Add-ons, things like that. If you know there could be changes or add-ons, please hold until you have all of that. Every time we write a PO up and get everything into the system, get it checked in, all of that, and 3 more pieces come in, we kind of start our process all over because there's more emails, more paperwork coming in, more POs coming in, more things getting checked in, things going from prepared to print to on hold or on deck, back in, waiting for those pieces. It adds a ton of time to us. Try to avoid, we can't get away from it. We get it. It happens to us all the time. But anything we can do to avoid that in that extra time, help us keep the machines running. Help us know that the art is there. Help us know that whoever is going to touch your PO and your art and your job can decipher what they need to know, get it on the press, get it running, and get it going. That's all super helpful for us. So there's just a few things that can help us. Accurate emails, accurate times, accurate POs, accurate time frames, accurate art, less emails, Less communications, not because we don't want to chat with you, but it's so much easier to go through 50 emails than it is 200 emails. It's so much easier to go through 20 than it is 50, and stay more efficient. Keep those presses running. Keep things on time. Keep us going. And what I said is turning into a really crazy world in the contract business out there. Like I said, we're getting calls from people who are begging us to take on their work that we're still turning down because we've got a great team. We're seeing others out there. I'm seeing some retirement on the horizon for some of our I'll call them friends, competitors, but they're friends. We all kind of know and talk. I'm just seeing a lot of changes in there, and we want to make sure we can keep everybody rolling. So that's what I've got. It took 10 minutes and 12 seconds. Not too bad. Hope it was a worthwhile 10 minutes, 10 seconds. Reach out if you need anything. Other than that, have a great holiday weekend. Happy Thanksgiving. Merry Christmas if I don't talk to you. And help us help you. Peace.